Good morning, students. I hope you all are very well. So, let's continue part 2 of chapter 4 of geography, named agriculture. In this part, we will study about the problems in agriculture in India and what were the various agriculture reforms, what are the types of farming. Okay, so without any delay, let's begin with this chapter, part 2. Now we will discuss about the various problems being faced in Indian agriculture. There are many, we'll discuss few of them. Unavailability of timely irrigation due to erratic monsoon in different parts of India. It means that proper irrigation facility or watering facility to the agriculture field is very uneven because of uneven monsoon rains in different parts of India. Second, flood and drought, it damage the crop. Unchecked soil erosion removes the fertile topsoil, which is very beneficial for agriculture. Means timely checking of soil erosion must be done so as to make the fertility of the soil every time. Small land holding means small agricultural land holding is very uneconomical as per the modern criteria. Farm equipment cannot be used on them means big farm equipments or latest farm equipment using is very costly on small land holdings. For in Indian farmers, they do not have surplus or they do not have extra money or capital so that they can invest in new technologies and they are unable to grow the cash crops. Credit and marketing facility in rural areas is not as sufficient as required. There is also inadequate or improper storage facility for the crops in many parts of the country, which results in damage as well as low productivity of crops. Pest and disease, they harm the standing crops in the agriculture field. So here on your screen you can see in the middle there is a aged farmer. He is having many problems. He is thinking about labor. Labor is costly. Where fuel will come from for the pump. Night visit. Every time night visit not possible. Difficult terrain. Irregular electricity in the rural areas. Wild animals also damage the crop. Uneven rain is not suitable for the crops. Okay, let's move forward. Now, what were the various agriculture reforms? After independence, Indian agriculture has gone many and major or different types of changes. The government after agriculture, they are placing emphasis or giving importance on the development in the agriculture via or through the 5 years plan, or which we say in Hindi Panchvarshya Yojana. Third, apart from abolishing or apart from ending the zamindari system, okay, there was introduction of green revolution. Means green revolution also took place in India, which gave big boost or which has given big step forward for the agriculture output. The green revolution brought three major changes, or it has given three inputs. First is high yielding variety seed, means HYV seeds. Second is proper irrigation water to the agriculture field. Third is better chemical fertilizers. Next is land reforms, changes in land holdings, rural electrification or providing electricity to almost every rural area, and farm mechanization means using of latest farm technology. It has further accelerated or given boost to agriculture production in India. The production of food grains, especially wheat, it increased tremendously in the northern part of India. Here you will see a big land which is divided into small plots on which different types of crop is grown, and one there is a farmer sitting on his tractor cultivating his field land of agriculture. The government has adopted many other measures, or government has taking many other steps to improve agriculture in India. There are many. Let's discuss some few. Irrigation facility. It has been provided to many villages either via river, via canal, or via pump set. Okay. Chemical fertilizer, insecticide, and pesticide, they are made available to the farmers at very cheap rate or very subsidized rate. High yielding variety means HYV seeds, and modern machinery has been developed from time to time. The minimum prices of variety crops, these are fixed each year by the government so as to give benefits to the farmers. The minimum prices which we call in Hindi is न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य. There are many agriculture universities being set up so that the farmers could get trained and they are able to use modern agriculture techniques. There are many rural banks and cooperative societies which set up to provide credit facilities for agriculture purpose or also against the losses which are caused by the crop failure due to many natural calamities. There are special programs especially made for farmers, which are aired on radio and telecasted on television, so that the farmer could get educated and they can solve their queries and problems hand to hand. There is a demonstration farm which is located in Suratgarh in Rajasthan. It has been set up to educate different farmers about how could they use the latest farming methods, and with minimum investment they can get maximum output. So here on the screen you can see many modern techniques. Left top corner you will see a farmer which is giving insecticide, pesticide to the fields so as to protect the crop. Second right corner top you can see sprinkler method of irrigation. In this, minimum water is used and the maximum area is being covered. Third right corner bottom you can see a canal being made or prepared so that the water could reach the field. Fourth left corner bottom you can see there is a modern farming technique being taken so as to maximize the output. There are many steps, or the step which we have discussed earlier, which is taken by the government. It has been successful, or the steps taken by the government resulted in success to modernize or to update the Indian agriculture for a very large extent or at a very large level. It is now moving forward. This thing is now moving forward from subsistence agriculture to more commercialized way. And today's India is no longer dependent on import of food grains. Not only we are self-sufficient in growing the food grains, but we also have surplus food grains which we can export to various other countries as well. We also export cash crops, tea, coffee, tobacco and spices to many countries. Now let's discuss the types of farming. Farming is practiced in various ways or in different ways all over the world, and depending on the geographical condition, what is the demand of crop, labor rate and technology level. Farming can be classified in two types: subsistence farming and commercial farming. So let's discuss the subsistence farming first. So in this type of farming or in subsistence farming, the farming is practiced to meet the need of farmer's family only. Means basically the subsistence farming is done to meet the demands of farmer's family only. Means in family 4 to 8 persons are there to meet their demand. Low level technology or old technology is being used and the labors are from household only, means family members are the labors there, so that they can produce on a small scale of output. Subsistence farming can be further classified into two types. First, intensive subsistence farming and primitive subsistence farming. In intensive subsistence farming, the farmer cultivates on a small piece of land or a small plot, and he uses very simple tools and more labors for agriculture purpose. Only one crop per year or one crop annually is being grown, and rice is the major crop. In primitive subsistence farming, it includes shifting agriculture and nomadic herding. We will discuss further. So here you can see in the image of a small plot, and farmer's family is being there as labor, and they are they are harvesting the rice crop from the land. Shifting agriculture, cultivation. Where it is practiced in forested areas or forest area of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia, and in India. If we talk about, then we have to go at northeast part of India to see the shifting cultivation. These areas, they receive very heavy rainfall and there is quick regeneration of vegetation. Quick regeneration of vegetation means if for example, if vegetation is cut off from that area, then when rain comes, the vegetation will grow up again. There is a plot of land which is cleared. How? By felling of trees and burning them. And when these trees are burnt, their ashes is mixed with the fertile soil, and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, cassava, these are grown. And after, when the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned or it is been left empty, and the cultivators or the farmers move forward in search of new plot. What is nomadic herding? It is practiced in semi-arid and arid region of Africa, Central Asia, some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. What happens in this type of farming? The herdsman moves from place to place with his family and animals in search of food and water. This type of movement arises. Why it happens? Because of climatic condition. Animals like sheep, camel, yak, goats are reared in nomadic herding, as they provide milk, meat, wool to the herders and their families. So here on your screen you can see an image of a nomadic herder with the group of sheep. Okay, let's move forward. What is commercial farming? In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared so that they can be sold in the market. The area cultivated means the area on which cultivation is happening, and the capital or the money involvement is on big scale. And most of the work in the cultivation or rearing, these are done by the machine. And if we talk about commercial grain farming, the crops is grown for commercial purpose or to be sold in the market. Wheat and maize, they are the commonly grown crops in commercial grain farming. And the major areas where commercial farming happens is North America, Europe and Asia. These areas are very less populated, and you can see big farms which are spread over hundreds of hectares. Winter season restrict the growing season, and only single crop per year is being grown. So here on your screen you can see the modern method of commercial farming. In mixed farming, a land is used to grow food as well as fodder crops and rearing the livestock. And this mixed farming is practiced in Europe, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Now we come for plantation. Plantation is a type of commercial farming where there is a single crop like tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana. These are or cotton. These are grown and sold in market. If we talk about the capital and labor, means large capital and big labor is being involved or required. The production from the fields, either they are processed on the farm itself or they are sent to nearby factories. And the transport network plays an important role, and it is very essential for such commercial farming, because if the transportation cost is less, then definitely it will have an impact on the final cost. Major plantation is found in the tropical region of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka. They are some example of plantation farming. So students, here comes the end of part 2 of geography chapter for agriculture. And in part 3, we will discuss about the major crops. For example, rice, white, millet, maize, coffee, tea. And what are the various agriculture development. And we will understand this agriculture development via 2 case studies, first of India and second of USA. I hope you have understood this video. Thank you and have a nice day.